So when Bobby wanted to meet me at the eatery, and I didn't want to sit down, and the Common Bonds on the corner of Golden Valley Road that had the co-op sign, they were going to be a co-op for a long time. I remembered when Andrea Faulkner, Tiffany Burgess, Lisa Cooper, and Andrea, Lisa, Tiffany, there was somebody else that lived in that co-op. I thought that was the idea. And then they got a lot of investors, Will Smith, Ice Cube, to invest, Taraji P. Henson. And then they started doing the Build-A-Box Apartments, as I called it. And because they were the investors, they felt like I needed to get on their program, which I said that theft of my money under misappropriations of funds, where Keith Ellison from the 2949 Sheridan home to the 24th and 5th apartment to the what do you call that, 3625 Oliver apartment, because I had 24th and 5th, then I had the 2949 Sheridan, then I had the 3625 Oliver, where I thought Cora McCorvey and Abdi Warsame got together with some investors, Barb, and then they created what I considered to be the investment, where I was voted out, because I could never get into the co-op where Lisa and them used to live. Jeanette used to always say, Sharon, apply, and you had to go through the co-op in order to get into the apartment, and Andrea didn't like me. I kept asking Mike Sr. was he fucking her, because this broad had so much hate and disdain for me, I didn't really care. And when I was selling her Percocet, it was a business deal. Michael asked me, he said, Sharon, can you sell Andrea some Percocet? So I did. I was selling his Aunt Kathy Percocet. I was selling his Aunt Aunt Carol. So I thought when they were doing this, Sharon, see, Andrea's smarter than you. I'm thinking, well, no, Andrea's just ahead of me, because as I'm suing on a basic level, because remember now, when Shayla was compared to Alicia, it was because they said that Shayla came from Head Start and was getting special treatment at Head Start. They said Shayla was a teacher's pet. Not that Sharon was getting special treatment or anything. It was Shayla. So then when Shayla got into the kindergarten room with Alicia, the teacher said that, she liked Alicia, and Alicia passed out all the pencil, passed out all the papers. Nobody else complained about it, but Shayla felt the way. Just like when Mike said I wanted to try out for a football thing. And when your parents are a certain, entity, then you other children might get excluded. So when Mike wanted to try out, because we want to win, Farwell, right? Winning games means that Farwell, Farview, tweet, we're going to get rec funds. Why? Because we're winning games. It's going to draw in a crowd. Crowd's going to be spending money. Might be food trucks, might be rec centers selling food, but you're going to draw in money that you can use for the local rec center that doesn't have to be budgeted out of the taxpayer dollar, because that's extra, right? The amount of crowds that you bring in, the food and the shit that you sell, the team gear, all the parents might have wanted a Farview tweet hoodie, wear signs, what is that, Keith on the corner might have made some hoodies cheap price for the community to raise funds for, like Farview tweet Jamel. So as Shayla wanted to pass out pencils, was talking about it, Miss Moppin, right? Teacher's pet. Shayla ain't gonna be a teacher's pet. Her words, I mocked them. It was traumatic for me, right? Under mental health, that traumatized the parent that they called my daughter a teacher's pet. I didn't know she was a teacher's pet at, Head Start. I didn't feel that way. She didn't get no special treatment and get in early. They wasn't letting her pass out shit at Head Start. They wasn't letting her, be the leader of the class all the time.